four German teams once again flying the flag for the Bundesliga over Tuesday and Wednesday in the Champions League. Lokomotiv Moscow against Bayern Munich. Then you've got Gladbach taking on Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund against Zenit, and Manchester United against Leipzig. As we welcome into the show Archie Rhind-Tutt. Archie, it's interesting to have you on, and I don't really want to talk about Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund because none of those games seem that interesting. However, Manchester United against Leipzig will be a real test for both sides.
I think, particularly given the run that Leipzig had in last year's Champions League, reaching the semi-final, it's another good test for Julian Nagelsmann, and particularly going into the competition without Timo Werner, without Patrick Schick, losing 44 goals from his side last season, and you've not really seen it at all affecting them in the Bundesliga so far. I think that Nagelsmann would be the perfect choice to be the next coach of Manchester United. I think he would do a better job than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think that you see the way that Leipzig are so much more tactically flexible, and I think that that's something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't quite have. So I've been really impressed by the way that during his career, you've seen it at Hoffenheim, you've seen it now at Leipzig, that Nagelsmann continually loses his best players, but is able to still form a very cohesive attacking unit. Coherent, I think, I mean. Cohesive's to do with DIY, isn't it? I think so.
You're asking completely the wrong man. I wasn't really listening anymore, Archie, so don't worry. Who's the favourite for you? Can Leipzig go there and take all 3 points?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The question for me is, how are they going to set up? Because we've seen in the Premier League particularly how Manchester United struggle against deep-lying opponents. But when they have that space in behind, they do have the individual quality to hurt you. So I think that Leipzig, though, are able to control the game to such a good extent that I can't really see Julian Nagelsmann wanting to sit back that much. That's not the style that he's very comfortable with. I've seen him give ground in games against Bayern Munich before. I don't know whether he'll give Manchester United quite the same respect in that regard, because I don't think he'll see them as quite as dangerous an opponent as Bayern are. But I think that, without a doubt, Julian Nagelsmann and Leipzig, they're not going there for a point.
Meanwhile, Borussia Monchengladbach taking on Real Madrid. Real Madrid coming into this game off the back of that victory against Barcelona in El Clasico. How much a test will the German outfit be for Zinedine Zidane's side?
Well, it's funny because I heard quite a few commentators saying after Borussia's 3-2 win over Mainz that, if they play like that against Real Madrid, they'll get killed. And it's like, did you see what happened to Real against Shakhtar Donetsk? It's not like Real are in the sharpest form of their life. That said, I think it is obviously going to be a step up. You would expect a reaction from Real. Okay, they're coming off the back of that Clasico win at the weekend. But Gladbach have not looked great from open play so far this season. 6 of their 8 goals in the Bundesliga have come from set pieces. And Marcus Thuram is somebody that Real Madrid are going to have to watch closely. In each of Gladbach's last 4 games, he's earned them a penalty. So I think it's about Gladbach being able to show a little bit more going forward. Against Inter last week, I saw that game, and for long periods, it took until the 60th minute for them to actually have a shot on target, and that was the goal. So they need to improve in that sense. I don't think there's quite been enough aggression, enough courage that they've been showing, but there's no reason why they can't get a result against this Real side. It's not the strongest side that we've seen from Zinedine Zidane in the past few years, that's for sure. So I'm intrigued to see how Marco Rose will approach this, because the fact that Shakhtar beat Real really has opened up this group a lot.
Yeah, very much so. Actually, just out of interest, which will get the biggest TV viewers, Real Madrid or Manchester United?
100%, I would say Gladbach.
Right.
Because RB Leipzig don't have the same tradition, they don't have the same pull, and Borussia Monchengladbach have more tradition, have more fans throughout the whole of Germany. That said, there was a surprising number of fans watching Hoffenheim's Europa League game because that was on that was on free-to-air TV here. So that really helps with the numbers. And the fact is that it's pay-per-view for the Champions League here. So I think that, the fact is that Dortmund are on at the same time as Leipzig on Tuesday. So you'd still probably expect more people to watch Dortmund, but I know which game I'll be watching.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.